Hey ho, live and learn. Liquor stores are very much what they say on the tin. Whew, takes a little while for that engine to get going, honestly. Bro, look how slow it is to start with. Yeah, it's alright, man. It's more of a utility car anyway, right? Until I can get maybe a nice little whip. But even still, I think I'll keep this car for like, in case we need to move heavy loads, you know? Let's double check here again. Hey, Frank's getting some support. That's nice. And speak of the devil, he shall appear. Well, go on, Frank. How is it going?
Oh, it's going great. English Jay, how you doing today, my friend?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. I'm just looking for like an open food store at the moment. I've got
Open
food,
food
but
store.
yeah, I've got some food, but I just want to carry some backups, you know?
Yeah, I didn't see any open right now, but yeah, looking around the city, I don't see any open. But what I would say is, you remember that contact I told you about yesterday?
Yeah, the shady guy you met at the beach, right?
Yeah, I am currently with my friend, and
Ooh, okay.
would you like to meet with us?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm down.
Where are you at right now?
Currently just driving about. I was on the east of the city. I
All
am
right, we are over
currently.
by like Hayes Auto on the west side of the city, but where are you at? Because we can meet you somewhere.
That's right. I mean, I'm
Uh,
already in my car, kind of driving about. I can get to Hayes Auto in probably 5 minutes, or that area.
Would you where would you prefer to meet, Turbo? All right, we're gonna go to like the mental asylum. We'll ping you when we're there, my friend. If you're not sure where
Okay.
that is.
Do you have like a rough area of the city, or is that like up north somewhere?
All right, we'll be there in like 10 seconds, and we'll send you a ping. I'll send you a ping through my text.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
All right, my guy.
See you soon, bro.
We will see you very soon.
Oof. Tense.
All right.
See you soon.
All right. Bye.
Okay, let's change of plans. All right, let's. Okay, let's maybe not. Bro, look how slow this car is to move. It's once it gets going, it's got a little bit of oomph. Location shared messages. Frank, set waypoint. Okay, cool. And let's at least have something to eat. That should fill me up a little bit. But yeah, we'll need to get some food again. Pretty quick, right? Whereabouts is that on the GPS? Oh, okay, kind of high up actually. This is a little shady, a little bit shady. I think Jay's probably feeling kind of anxious right now because he's not been in the city too long. Like, obviously he trusts Frank, and that's probably the reason he is going to this random location he definitely has not even heard of before. But he is still, because he's so new, he's still looking for connections, right? And after failing the criminal activity with Frank yesterday, I think he's kind of curious still to work out how all that stuff actually works, because he hasn't really committed himself to any of the legal jobs yet. Like, there's a few he can do in his spare time to like, just to earn some idle cash. This is a pretty fun car to drive up them bits. The suspension on the tires is nice. Okay, see what I mean? Once we get going, we are flying. We've got good handling, or like traction rather. Handling sucks, but the traction, we want to test it off road. Ooh, tell me we, like, bro. What's Frank? Frank text me? Put your phone in ringing. Ah, okay. I missed that one. Did he send me another message? I don't think so. No, don't think so. I think maybe that text just came through late. Bro, look how slow this car is starting off. Jesus. We're pretty close by. Nice little like run of road was good. We were able to hit good speeds. Whew. It's around here somewhere, I guess. Oh yeah, we struggled with hills pretty bad actually. Okie dokie. We are here. Vehicle engine off. Let's get out. Lock the car. How's it going, boys?
How's it going, my friend?
Name's Jay. People call me English Jay. I'm sure you can tell why.
English Jay, you sound like a biker that I used to know, but we had a love-hate relationship because he was a vice president of a gang in Sandy, and he had a crush with a girl that I used to hang out with, and so whenever I used to see his prospects, I just used to block them in stores with golf carts. And he was hunting my ass for the duration.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, I think the key difference between me and him is that it'd be the girl crushing on me. So I think we're okay on that front.
This guy's got all the riz, I'm gonna tell you.
Hey, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but guilty as charged.
He'll make you fall in love with him, all right? Just don't listen to him too closely.
Okay, okay. I've
That
also
French
no,
accent will make you fall right in love.
I see what you mean. Oh yeah, shit. Mr. J, this the gentleman in the green mask is yes, and the
Cool, cool.
gentleman in the hat is London. London D. Landon? I don't know the fuck. Bro, you have
There's
London?
someone named Lando, and everyone's.
I think the first word of order should be that you guys should get street names or aliases. I know Frank has beans, and I don't know about you guys. You could either figure it out on your own, or we could just run roulette. We have random names, and you just get what lands on you. Sure, I
Yeah,
guess that
I think
works.
I'm okay. We do it. What? Roosevelt. The great American president? No.
Also,
Great.
Theodore
Mr. J,
Roosevelt.
Yo, yo.
Oh,
could you
Roosevelt. I thought you
could you
said
come
like
with me for a second?
Yeah?
Roosevelt.
Okay, I've talked to Frank a little bit.
Okay, yeah, he mentioned.
So like need to talk to you. He told me you're calculated. I just wanted to talk to you first and see what's your angle on this.
Honestly, man, I'm pretty new to the city, so I'm not quite sure how things run here. I dabbled in a little bit of suspicious activity back in London. Um,
Okay.
my approach to the whole thing was I don't like to just take gambles that aren't thought through or anything like that. As long as there's some
Okay.
kind of calculation involved in the risk, so we can weigh up like chances of success, and we're making sure we're doing everything we can do to make sure it goes smoothly. Um,
Okay.
I'm on board. That's my preferred approach. But at the same time, I don't know how things run in this city, so I'm not just gonna turn up to a gang that might be already established and slap my dick on the table and be like, "No, we're doing it this way," and that's how it's gonna roll. Like that's not me. I'm accommodating,
The
but
way
prefer to be
you go.
calculated. That's all.
The way I've talked to these gentlemen in the back is that I've been in the cartel for about 2 years now in the same city, and when it comes to in and outs, I've known pretty much everything there is to know, and I've done pretty much there is to do.
Okay.
I can tell you now that some ways we used to do things I do not agree with, which is why I wanna just like switch up things a little bit. When you said about risk and reward and calculations, it was one of the main approaches that kind of pissed me off with the old cartel. Is that when we used to do jobs, it was get the tools, get the car, get the hostage, do the job. Escape plan, zero, which basically just drive away until the cops get out, which I wasn't really a fan of.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not a fan of that
um,
either. Me and Frank tried to hit up a couple stores the other day, and the first thing that came to my mind, sprang into my mind, is the escape plan. It's all well and good at going well, let's get in the bag and you know making the money that way. But my main suggestion to Frank at the time was maybe we try lockpicking a car. We leave his car in like like a car park or something. We go in during the chase. We go out during the chase in the car we came in with, and then at least one person who's in the like the getaway car should be at scot free at least, and that's the person that will, I guess, hold the money in that situation. But yeah,
alright,
I've already started thinking of like potential ways to make the escapes a bit easier.
you're right. Some things there isn't much. Although, for big jobs, I can see like a escape plan that works. For kind of like smaller jobs, it we really shouldn't go all out, if that makes sense. Just because it seems a little bit too much. I will explain things later because I know what the cops do when there's like car swaps, for example. So cars can get shot, but there's always ways around that. If you position a car smartly, out of sight, it shouldn't get shot. If that makes sense. But that's not a worry. But as for approaches, I do like tactical and thought of.
Instead of just winging it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the most
Same
experienced
goes.
with the escape plans or other
No,
alternative
I do
methods in
like
the city, but yeah, I definitely prefer to have some kind of plan than no plan.
I do like thinking. I'll tell you that. Aside from job, there's also like money distribution, chat logs, and fucking calls, which I'm very careful with. I can tell you now that none of the guys before have, or none of the people that I've talked to recently have my money in their fucking bank records. No one here knows my real name, and
Okay.
I'll tell you now that I'll have something in the works for messages, which you might like.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
Okay.
That I think is actually revolutionary, if I'm gonna be honest, because I've been recoded by I mean the cartel. We've been recoded by picture of a bot that was in a warehouse of weed, and we've been raided for that. So trust me, messages are one of the main concerns. Also, bank records are detected. I know how the police works with ATMs. I know what the Felica pings to the police. So bank records will be tracked to the maximum, and I'm as paranoid as it gets to that shit.
Okay. I mean, when it comes to messages and covering tracks, that's something that I am not too experienced with. The crime that I used to go for back in London, well, it was actually just outside of London. There's a small town called Watford, and the main reason for the sort of successful business operation was a lot of the police had their attention drawn to central London, and obviously Watford is just outside, so we were able to operate with not too much police attention, which made everything quite easy. But no, I'm definitely happy to comply with anything that you think needs to be done to ensure the success of the
It should be.
operation.
It should be fine. It should be fine. As long as you guys watch your steps. I know Frank is a little bit of a what's the word for it?
Erratic.
Yes, you seem to be more down to earth, and I know you guys hang out a lot. So if anything, I'm gonna probably count on you to keep him on his toes or things like that.
Okay, I mean, I've only known Frank a few days. He's the first face I really saw when I was in the city, so
Oh,
I'm not.
you should know him better than I.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I will do my best, and that's the only guarantee I can make at this stage, because I'm still getting to know the
But I
guy.
think for the most part, I think I'm planning to take more of a laid back approach to things, and when I feel like I should intervene, I will. But for the most part, it's just like the guy that's in the green mask with the guy in the hat, those are cousins. And the reason I asked Fan to bring in like a friend of his is because just to make things easier. And
That's cool. Yeah,
just
should
thanks
we?
for. Don't think there is anything else that I wanted to talk about. One more thing. I know you guys are new to the city. I
Uh-huh.
know it's kind of hard to be tied to one thing at a time. So I'm leaving the doors open for now. So think about things, talk with Frank, see what you like and what you don't, and come back to me.
Yeah.
Eventually, at one point, I will be finalizing things, if that makes sense. Because
Mhm.
as of now, we're just like a bunch of people. We have no name, we have no colors, we have nothing that defines uh, what
What
we
this
are, if
is.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, everything you've said to me so far sounds more than good to me. It's like music to my ears, honestly. Um, I'm still like obviously dipping my toe in what's what in the city, but this is
Sure.
definitely one of the more appealing routes that I have been presented with thus far.
Sure. Well, shit, I'm always glad to do business. But yeah.
Sorry, say that again, mate.
Bro,
Oh, careful.
what are these stairs?
Parkour.
Oh my god. Hey Jay, did you get that thing I placed in your pocket?
Let me have a
Oh, yeah,
look.
did you get the radio?
I do indeed.
All right.
I'm guessing that's a tool belt job.
You can keep it wherever. You just gotta utilize it.
No problem.
Turbo gave me some instructions earlier,
Oh, true. I'm gonna be explaining like things less and less.
but I could walk you through it, my guy, at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We'll catch up.
I think you guys should swap numbers before anything, and then we can set up like a group message, just so people know who's awake and who's around
All right,
and
we could do
who's
that.
not.
Suits me. The number is 711-9561.
I already had your number.
Thanks for
Bro,
that.
I'm gonna send you Theo on London's. I'm gonna send you guys Frank's number, and I'm gonna do the same for Frank.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
And then I'll probably send English J your numbers as well and mine.
Awesome. Thank you. Boss man, guy in the blue mask. What can I call you?
You can call me sir.
Turbo. Cool.
You get that?
I did.
And then let me just make a group real quick. Okay. For messages, there is something we can do, but I need one more person that I'm expecting to see on Monday, so we can work some things out. But
All right.
there is some things that I need to make clear for jobs for now, or just for anything that's sort of basic. I guess instead of, say, if you want to do a store with someone and you're looking for a partner. By the way, you can do stores on your own. You can do a one-man store. You just have to talk to the police. They don't cuff you, I guess. But if you do a one-man store, there is a possibility that the police will place a tracker on your car. Although I know only one guy that does that. I haven't seen the trainees do it. I think it's only the under sheriff, Forrester, that does that shit. Or sometimes he might just lockpick your car and get into the trunk, and he's like in there. So you think you're hidden, but the guy's in your car, and he just steps out and
I've heard
the other
about that
units
guy.
can see.
Haven't had the pleasure yet, but I've heard about it.
He does that shit. So
Sounds like
I
an
guess we're
arsehole.
doing things always like what I like to do is I usually hide my car, probably behind a wall that I can jump on top of. But if there are no walls, you could always just rent a local car and then hide your actual car. You can use your actual car for crime. You wouldn't get a warrant because they would have no proof that that car belongs to you unless they either face ID you or they get your ID card from you. Then they can get a warrant on you if you escape.
Okay.
Well, that answers that question, Jay.
Does indeed.
That's about it for things. For local cars, if you guys don't have cars, I'm willing to give out cars for you to guys to use. I don't have that many two doors, but I can get my hands on some. But if you guys know the guy that sells turbos parts, I'll place one. That is an expired turbo, but it should run. It's in excellent condition. The mech hub, you guys know where the mech hub is, right?
Roughly, yeah.
It's where you repair the cars. It's like the yellowish wrench, 2 wrenches, at 252 next to Forum Drive. It's on the south side. The guy that the green wrench called Vapid Racing Auto Performance, that sells turbos. Now, why I'm mentioning turbos is in case you don't have a good two-door, you can borrow a local's two-door, slap a turbo on it, and the car should basically perform better as if it is like 70% upgraded. The turbo does the most of the work. Adding an engine and the clutch on the flywheel only adds about 30% of performance to the car. And why you should have a turbo in your car is because car damage would obviously bring down the car's performance, but if a car has a turbo in it, the car performance wouldn't drop as much by car damage.
Okay, so it's an efficient
Got it.
thing to add to a car.
So what I'm saying is that you can grab a local car, slap a turbo in it, and basically you have a slightly upgraded car that you can use for an escape. If you manage to escape and the car is intact, you can get your turbo back because turbos are the one that I showed you now is like 1,500, and you can get it back and reuse it as much as you want, as long as the car is intact and not impounded.
That
If you
makes
didn't
sense.
get caught, is what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you can technically rent a car for 1,500, is the way I see it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, it's
I
like a
mean,
reward to
also,
the risk.
if we, we own a car, it's probably I have a turbo in my car, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where the hell I got it from.
Oh, you don't have? I will
I put
eventually.
random parts on my car like a year ago, and I don't remember which shops I even got it from.
Things have been changed a little bit for shops and parts ever since you were around. So, if anything, I will eventually just take some time and take down notes of parts and like all the vendors and just group them up for you guys in like a sheet, like a master sheet. Because I've ever since I've gone to retirement from the cartel, I've been just buying cars and upgrading them. So when it comes to car parts, I know what is what.
You know what you're
Except it's a
doing.
fuck. So I'll probably just set a note and just help you guys upgrade cars. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that's 4 cars. Or I think we should do a practice run for something. Has anyone here been cuffed before?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. It's been a year, so I don't really remember.
Shit. Okay.
I've been
It's
cuffed.
been a year. Okay, well,
I did it.
London. I think we should try something. You guys can stay here. I'm gonna head to the ammunition real quick and grab some zip ties.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go on the balcony and smoke it.
Yeah, do your thing. So we're gonna be taking test subjects so you guys can get an idea of what could happen if you guys get cuffed. I'll be right back.
I think he is going to show you how to escape cops. They're terrified of us every time we move.
Yep. Locals are on edge.
Jay, we should get you the local mechanics job just so that you can install things yourself if you wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I was actually planning to do today anyway. So,
Yeah, if you need to be shown anything, just let me know. I work at Inline, and I have
Yeah,
about a
I work
million.
at FIA too, so
I have like a million repair kits at this point.
yeah. Worst
Yeah.
case.
okay.
Engineering wise, I can't learn anything more, so whatever.
Oh, so you can make a lot of the kits that I still can't. I'm still working on learning some more about engineering.
Yeah. There's no more books for me to learn, so we, kind of hit that point.
Excellent. I'm getting there slowly but surely.
I spent a lot of time last year trying to. Everyone wants the component kits are what makes you the most money in that kind of thing.
Right.
So knowing that's important, but I just leave my extra kits at that shop for anyone to use. Because sometimes it can feel like you got to make a lot just to learn a little,
Right.
which means a lot of time at the scrapyard or a lot of money buying from other people.
We spent what, a good 2 or 3 hours at the scrapyard yesterday, Jack.
Yeah, we did, man. Got about 100 scrap total.
Nice. Yeah, sometimes you're lucky and there's scrap everywhere, and sometimes it can be a little unlucky. It just depends on tow drivers how they're doing their jobs.
We had like 3 different tow drivers stop by that while we were there, which was
That's the
nice.
thing I have liked about towing though, is because you take things to scrapyards. Every time I take something to scrapyard, just stop in, grab some when I can't carry anymore. Just stop by my truck, deposit it, and just keep doing that. You kind of you're making money and you're getting scrap at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But obviously, if you're getting scrap, you can pull out your phone, watch a YouTube video, do whatever the hell else.
That's why it was good for us to go together. We were able to keep each other company while we were waiting for
Yeah,
ourselves to be ready to
that's
go.
keeping each other company is one way to put it, Frankie boy.
What happened?
This guy decided to bump his head on the corner of the truck, and he probably
Oh,
inhaled
right.
exhaust fumes
Right.
for about 20
Right.
seconds, and then for the next hour, he was intermittently passing out at random moments, forgetting the previous 15. So certainly turned into a bit more of a babysitting job as opposed to looking for scrap, but we still make good progress.
Were you guys in the city or did you go like up north?
Well, it was my first time doing it, but we headed up north.
We went to Sandy per the recommendation of my colleague over at Fire Customs.
When I first got in the city, the people that showed me were like, "Yeah, you can go in the city; it's a little bit closer. But if you get robbed or someone
Right.
comes and grabs you, don't be surprised." But I don't know if people are still like that.
I've heard that they are. People are hungry for scraps or for people to take with them on journeys.
And there's also the place in Sandy, but it feels like Toledo and there's a lot less running to do. It's not, it's not as big.
Oh, really?
When I stopped in Sandy, while towing, it's like I feel like I'm running a mile to find the damn shit.
Felt like I was climbing over airplanes all over the place in Sandy.
Yeah. But like I said, since I have a tow business, if you guys need to make some extra money on the side, I don't give a shit to hire people.
We would love that.
People. I'm not hiring anyone, but because right now it's just me and Theo.
You were talking to somebody about that yesterday, right, Jay?
About what, sorry?
Yeah.
Very briefly, yeah. They told us a little bit about how they do stuff. They said that there's someone who's really handy to talk to. What was his name? Smiley, I think it was.
Smiley's down at Bozos Tacos. I ran into him. If not, there's Daniel works at the bicycle tree. Guy knows a decent amount about it.
Cool.
I got my towing license, and my lawyer, didn't really give me any rules about it. But the second he saw me, he emailed me a list over because you could do certain things in towing, and they'll fucking send your ass out of the city for a bit. So you gotta not be an idiot.
Really? There is nothing on paper that states what you should and shouldn't do. So,
Smiley ended up in the same situation. If you go down towards Davis and Grove, you have all those back roads, and you see all those like box trucks that are parked on the side of the roads or in alleys or whatnot.
Yeah.
So if you go to tow that, a helicopter picks it up and takes it to the scrapyard for you. And
Oh shit!
they just give you, the guy in the helicopter just gives you the money right then and there.
Interesting.
So I don't know. I guess he said in the past some tow drivers have been abused. Smiley said he had a nice month-long vacation for doing something wrong in towing. So
Really, what the fuck?
I don't know.
That's
He didn't
fucking
explain
wild.
what he did, but I was like, well, if somebody's new to it, and the lawyer just getting her the license, it's nothing. I don't have to show I know anything. Well, can't get too fucking mad.
I
It's
did
also
hear that they
true.
were at least charging people a pretty penny the other day when they were towing a ton of people that they weren't supposed to.
Well, I was talking to Forrester yesterday because I was towing, and he was kind of reminding me of things, and he was telling me, he's like, if you go in like a business or something, you tow someone's vehicle that's legally parked, we can charge you with Grand Theft Auto because you just straight up stole their fucking car.
Yeah, that's true. They have to get your identity and everything, but like other than that, I think
I mean, it sounds like there's one person that might be new to towing that's just kind of doing it.
just towing everything.
Forrester told me they're basically putting bait cars around the city to see which idiot will tow the legally parked car so they can charge them.
Interesting. I don't see a way or how they would know who tows what unless someone is actively watching that car.
They're watching the car.
X.
Because Emma said that the other day that they have no way of tracking. The government does not track anything that's towed.
Sounds like they should be looking for better things to do.
Agreed.
It's true.
They sound like they're just
Okay,
being
I have.
assholes to be assholes, you know?
I mean, I guess people are tired of paying the $2,000 or more because their vehicle got fucking towed. I mean, I went and did the garbage job and had my government truck parked there legally, and some asshole towed it while I was out on the job.
That's
I don't
not fun.
know why.
That's tough. Okay. Zip ties and robbing people. Because guys can clean out someone's pockets. If I know Frank is excited about this shit. So
Mhm.
if you wanna do that, you would usually have someone to have their hands up. And you would either have to have a knife or a gun on you. So you'd
That's
ask
cool.
someone to like put their hands up and then actually Frank, do you have a knife?
Yeah, got Jessica with me right now.
Mr. J, if you can put your hands up, and then how you would do that is you would have the weapon in your hand, approach him, and then use your G watch, and then you would want to think about just like doing a crime and just basically robbing him.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's about it.
Actually got to fake robbed someone that worked at Inline the other day. So that was the experience.
There you go. You're never getting that sprunk back, asshole.
Shit,
Come
it's
on,
a
man. I'm
fucking strong.
thirsty,
Oh,
dude.
yeah,
That shit's expensive.
Oh,
mercy.
Hey, yo,
Fuck
it's a
you,
struggle
fuck.
when you're new to the city.
Fucking drink and
Every
take my
sprunk
shit before I
counts.
get.
Do you
nah,
guys
you
have
can
like
rob
the,
it from me if you want, Jay. If you want to practice it, you can get your sprunk back.
in London, and do you have weapons? You could just try. If
I
you
don't have
don't,
anything on me.
if you just take the knife. It's always funny to collect people's credit cards when you're robbing them. That's basically how you. And if they snitch, then you just have their name. Also, just be careful of muscle spasms, because if someone
Yeah.
is facing away and you're behind them, you could basically just stab them. And
I'm not sure that's
just
the
don't
angle
wanna
you're
do
going
that
for.
here. Unless it is, then I don't blame you.
Do you actually take anything, Theo? I don't remember what the fuck
Oh,
is in the pockets. No, what I'm doing. You're good, Theo.
I don't. Okay. Second thing is zip ties.
I think that's it.
Oh, no, hold on. I'm just like trying to split them up so you guys can pick them up easily.
They can be kind of like earphones, you know. Get tangled up quite easy.
There you go. That should be enough for everyone, unless I'm wrong.
I don't have any. I'm pretty sure I took, but
I
I
didn't
don't
grab them. Someone grabbed their zip tie.
Right. Who needs one?
Yeah, just drop one.
I also
drop
had two.
one
You can
for
take that
whoever
one.
does not.
I gave him one.
Okay.
It's dark as fuck, so you
It
can't
might
really
be a
see.
little tough to see in your pockets. They kind of blend
Yeah.
in.
Zip ties, it's the same thing as robbing someone. They also need to have their hands up. So if you want to zip tie someone, they're talking a lot of shit, you just ask them to put their hands up. Then you could either go to your pockets and use the zip tie, But if I know I'm getting into shit, I just keep the zip tie in my belt, so I can like use it quickly, if that makes sense.
Yeah, easy
Does make
access.
sense.
Okay, wants to get hogtied first. Your hands up, bro.
You ain't got no weapon,
Jay,
but whatever.
hands up, my friend.
Oh no, you don't need the weapon to zip tie. No, no, you don't.
God.
You just like use the zip tie.
Put Jessica away,
There
Frank.
we go.
No need for that.
Shit. That's shit.
Oh, you don't have to do it so tight, dude.
Jesus.
Okay, now
did.
when when someone is zip tied, they can't use their phone, they can't use their radio, they can't basically do anything. And if you are zip tied or cuffed and you decide to try and swim, you get incapacitated. Also, one thing about radios, if you are in sea and like your foot is touching the shore and you use a radio, you get zapped and you die.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, well, good to know.
Great.
So don't use the radio if you're in the water.
I
Thank you.
cut you
do
loose,
need a
my
knife
friend.
to cut
You're
zip ties.
welcome.
Thank
do
you.
Do you have a knife?
Do you want to zip tie me?
I'll give it a go.
Why not?
There you go.
Which muscle would it be?
So just did you put them in your tool belt?
Yeah.
You would just whichever slat of your tool belt.
Struggling with the knife back
See how
there?
you fucking like it.
How
Appreciate it.
dare
Can you hand me the knife? I
you
don't want me.
motherfucker.
And how would I untie?
You would need a knife. Do you have a knife? Just make sure your knife is.
Thank
Okay, there you go.
Awesome.
Okay, that's for zip ties. Cuffs. If someone is cuffed and you pick him up, instead of needing a knife, you would just need to have like lockpicks on you, and you can uncuff someone. So you can save someone if they are cuffed. You just need to have
Okay.
lockpicks.
Do you have any like tips for lockpicking? Because we did try it yesterday, and the lockpicks just ended up breaking. I don't think we were quite as experienced with it.
I don't think there is any. You just get lucky, and sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's tough. You just feel it. I just like to take a start from the bottom, go to the middle, check, then start to the other side and check. Then I would just check the side slowly. I usually just have 10 lockpicks or more on me, just because they fucking break easily.
They
Yeah,
do.
they really
They're
do.
flimsy.
Yep.
Yeah. I think now we can try and see how you guys could break cuffs. I think you can only break cuffs once, and you get cuffed. If you get cuffed again, I don't think you can break out of it.
The police officer who got me the other day said he had 3 pairs of cuffs.
Please. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what he
okay.
told me.
Oh, damn.
He had 2
Okay.
pairs and then a premium pair. That's what he told me.
Then yeah, that makes sense. I guess the 4th time is the charm then. Okay. Split this. Or should we just go one by one? I guess try breaking.
Whatever's easier.
I've successfully broken, but then I was still caught again, so I'm okay.
Whoever has the zip ties just cuffs who doesn't. I don't know who hasn't.
I've got 6.
I've
Yeah, me
also
too.
got 6.
Okay, who's going first? Or I mean, I guess we can just Frank just shit. He volunteered. Get his ass.
You wanna? Yeah, I'll do it again. I could get you, and you could try to escape after. I still have one from last time.
I don't remember.
There we go.
I don't
I didn't
remember
get
how
the
easy or how hard it is to break a zip tie, and I can't tell you for sure if breaking cuffs is harder or easier than breaking zip ties. I'm really not sure about that.
From my experience, the cuffs were easier. I don't know why. It felt like it was much simpler to
Wait,
get the timing right to wiggle.
oh, you think the cuffs are easier than zip ties?
I thought so myself. Yeah.
Oh yeah, do you don't have a knife?
No. I'll take from you. Have?
I couldn't find an opportunity to break out of that one.
Oh wait.
No opportunity was granted to you. That's all right. I won't cut you free.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh shit! Wait, I think I can
Yeah,
take my
it
gun.
is. It's like I didn't even have an opportunity to break out of these zip ties.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither.
You can wait. Don't. How the fuck do I explain this? When I usually like to do it when I'm feeling it from the right, if that makes sense. When it's coming back.
I got you.
Feel you.
I feel like when it's coming back to me, I have a little bit more of a wiggle room. Because if it hits the green, it doesn't have to be perfect. Do it slightly before it hits the green to accommodate for like a
Yeah, you're more right-handed,
delay.
right?
And yes,
Frank, you done your stretches before you start doing all that acrobatic shit?
Oh yeah, I stretched out my glutes earlier. We're good.
Okay,
Got to get those hips limber. You know what I mean?
especially with a fragile body like yours, my friend.
Yeah.
Shit, okay. Or I was gonna grab Haley from a local and then just give two of you a vehicle. But I think Frank has to go in a bit. So
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap here in like 15 minutes, but it'll only be like an hour long nap. You know what I mean? But,
Yeah, I kind of have to do basically the same thing, but it'll probably be a couple hours.
That's cool. I'll be awake for a few hours before I have to go take a nap.
then
I'm
that's fine.
probably heading
Then oh shit, it's probably tomorrow. I don't know if you guys would be around tomorrow because it's hard to get a hold of.
I mean, right now we got everybody's numbers. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So, yeah, like you said that we could do the stores, right? But are there tools that we require in the stores?
You just need a crowbar.
Oh,
And how did you go about actually using the
what do
crowbar
we do
properly?
with it? Yeah.
You need to be in a heist group.
I see.
Ah,
Yeah, me and Frank kind of tried to
Yeah.
do it undercover, off the cuff, and
yeah.
I think we just ended up
Ah,
trying to whack the tilts with the crowbar, and it just wasn't going too well.
you need to be in a heist group. Like check your G watch and you want to think about crime, and
Yeah,
then
high script.
just think about
Yeah, yeah, got it. Got
That's
it.
yeah.
cool.
That's where you, and then you just
And then I'm
you
guessing
don't really need to the other person to join for two reasons. You could, but you don't really have to. If you pry into a safe, with
that's a drill.
your fingers will become sore. Yeah. You
Ah,
don't need a
okay,
drill. Drills are for mainly for bank doors and pharmacy doors
got it.
All
and
right.
ATMs if you become good at lockpicking.
Okay,
But for stores, you just need a crowbar, a heist group, and you should be fine. For some reason, if you are two and your partner joins the heist group, his fingers are also sore for I think about an hour.
so it's better to maybe take it in turns, right?
You could do that. Just make sure if you're doing it again, whoever talks to the police doesn't talk again. Or like just change your clothes, change your car, change your mask, change everything.
Got it.
Also, just preferably wait 15 minutes before you do it again. Just like let things cool off a bit.
Makes sense.
I think that's it for stores, and then you would get bill straps. Then I think we will talk about who does what probably the next time I meet you guys, because there is certain specifications skills that you can stick to. So you can't be a jack of all trades. You have to stick to one thing, which is
Mhm.
Yeah,
annoying.
specialization is definitely the way to go.
That's true. I
Yeah.
can tell you
Have
now that you guys wouldn't need to worry about a hacker or about hacking. I have a hacker. I'm just waiting for her to wake up.
Yeah. Personally,
Um,
I've been trying to read a lot of books about lockpicking. So,
if you're interested about lockpicking, then I can just give you a little rundown of what you need to do.
all right.
So there's basically three jobs, not counting hacking, that you can choose to specify in. For a hacker, your main tools will be crowbars, starting off, and how you could get experience in becoming a better locksmith is you lockpick registers. By lock, I mean you don't lockpick them with lockpicks, but you lockpick them with the crowbar. So how you want to do that is that once you choose to be a locksmith, you just walk to the registers and you think about doing crime and you think about your crime tools and then you just pry a register. You see like you should feel that it has like a crowbar sign, and that's what it is. Some registers are not pryable, so don't worry about it. Some stores have two registers, but you can only break into one. But some locations of previously owned stores you can't pry into. Just like the one next to the casino, next to the casino, the taxi place, there's like a little gas station. That store was owned before, so you can't pry into that register. Same for the gas station next to here. I don't know if it was changed, but you can't buy the thing because it was owned before. Unless it was like just try your luck.
Okay. And
Do you have questions?
I was just going to ask what the other potential roles are.
The other potential roles is a plunderer. Now, what a plunderer does is basically he picks up the cash from the back of
Grabs the booty.
exactly from the back, and the better he is at it, the more he is likely to get out of it.
Got it.
With potential cards that you can get out of the back of the banks that I will talk about a little later time. So for the lockpick, to get better at lockpicking, you just do registers. For the plunderer to become better at plundering, I think the back of the stores of the safety in the back of stores might help, and also robbing houses might help.
Okay.
I still need to show you guys how to go about that. I know Theo was interested in hustling. We will for sure need a hustler because if there's a fuck ton of crime going on, there should be a fuck ton of bill straps coming in that need to be sold so people can get paid. So a hustler runs a little bit of a risk because he is doing trades with informants to sell them the goods for what those goods are worth. So the hustler is basically running from the police nonstop.
Okay.
So if you like driving, if you enjoy the adrenaline from the chases, then hustling is for you. Um, we will eventually just work out something with hustling and like what the hustler gets paid and whatnot. Because I feel like it's not fair to have him only pay you what the bill straps are worth because he's taking a fucking huge risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, risk and reward, and
Yeah.
pay out the value of the risk.
You're always switched on, right? If you're doing that job, you can
Yeah.
never like switch off for a second.
You can, but you lose your previous knowledge because for plunderer, the better you get at it, the more you get out of banks, the more the payouts could potentially be. For the lockpick, uh, having 3 years of experience basically allows you to do the second door of a bank because banks have two doors. You can do the first door as any lockpick. Should get like 2 pages of experience per door from banks and pharmacies. But if you want to breach into the second door of a bank, you need to be a 3 year experience lockpick to do that.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Same for hacking. For hustling, it's a little bit weird. Usually, there you need to carry 3 variants of stolen goods. So, like, yellow bill strap, purple, or like a stolen necklace or some shit to be able to sell. And the more experience you get, the more you can carry and sell at a time. So you start off with 1 unit of each variant, and eventually you'll be able to do 2, 3, 4, 5, I think up until 8 or 9 or something. So the better you are at hustling, the more you can sell at a time.
Makes
I
sense.
think that should be about it for now. There is more things that I'd like to talk about, but I'll keep it for later. Because
Cool.
we could have a medic, but I could take care of that because I was a past EMS until I committed terrorism. So I could.
Quite the career switch up.
That's true. But yeah, I was doing EMS, so I could take care of wounded people. We might also need eventually someone to cut drugs. And the way to go about that is that we would need someone that is experienced in cooking.
No, Jay has cooked a lot of fish.
Yeah, I've started.
Well,
I've dipped my toe in a bit of
not that
cooking
type of
so
cooking.
far.
There's a different type of cooking. And you
Okay,
can only pick either or, sadly.
okay.
Uh,
Walter White style.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a talk for another day. For now, you guys would only have to like worry about what you want to specialize in. Just discuss that with each other and find an alias if you can. I want to be calling you Jay and Frank in London and Theo in jobs specifically because cops can keep, you know. If you've been dressed like a certain Theo and I've seen a Theo in this area, then I can easily match the lines. guess that's fucking Theo. He has a warrant now. So, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I might need to get my fish tattoo removed on my neck.
Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Yeah.
If you wear t-shirts to jobs, you can get identified by tattoos.
Yeah, I thought as much. And I did see a
Good to
tattoo
know.
place. I'll see if they do like laser removal or something.
They do. I think it's fucking expensive as fuck, like $1,000 to get removed. Or I might be wrong, but I
Yeah.
know it's fairly not cheap.
I bet you're regretting drawing that fish now.
Oh, I was drunk and it was a dare. I didn't couldn't conscientiously decide not to, you know.
Well, I mean, it
I don't
should
understand.
be fine if you just get a scarf or probably a mask that covers your neck.
Oh yeah, a scarf. You look real smart.
Yes. That's about it for now. Questions?
No.
No questions. No,
Nothing right
I think
now.
I get this.
None from me.
If anyone needs to buy a car, I'd recommend probably you guys should go to the guy up in Sandy, Marcus.
Okay.
I would like to. I know him a lot. He's a cop. He is kind of my guy when it comes to cars, just because he does the lowest commission of all the city. Because I know the other car dealers like do more than 10%, but he does the lowest. I'll guarantee you that. So if you need a car, you just tell him. He will like buy it for you, and he will keep it. He doesn't do loans, so that's where I can come in. I can loan you what you need for a car, and then you could just pay like at a later line.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with the models in the city, so some advice on some decent cars would probably be good.
It's simple. No, you don't have to worry. You don't even.
Gotcha.
I know Marcus has cars on a lot, and you can just ask him because I know he has like 80 cars in his fucking name.
Oh damn.
Because bro has been, he's been getting the fucking money from police job. I don't think he polices as much lately, but I think he's the mechanic fleet for the sheriffs. But
Gotcha.
he has 80 cars, and he knows what handles better. You can also just ask me. I don't have much experience. I know he likes muscle cars a lot, but when it comes to sports cars, you can just either ask him or ask me. If you want to just get a general idea of what a car could possibly top speed at, could do a little bit of research because each car in this city matches a car in an alternative universe.
Okay.
And that's how things are dialed,
I
if
gotcha.
that makes sense.
Out of your personal preference, obviously, fleeing cops can be down a highway or can be through the city, and I want to think that handling is probably most important, but I don't know
That's
if
true.
speed is necessarily like, oh, this car's fast from handling shit.
No, you're right.
Are you getting away? I don't know what your preference is.
It depends how you drive, honestly. I
I
like
gotcha.
to fuck with turns a lot, so I would take a car that does 150 tops and that handles like glue over a car that does 200 plus that handles like shit. But that's just preference. You can
Yeah,
send it
I'm
through the
kind of that
highway or
similar
you can
way.
just enjoy like yourself through alleyways and streets.
That makes sense. Good to know.
But yeah. Yeah, should be right. Also cars that like slide, you can always like tune them slightly so they don't slide as much. But if it's like very, very slidey, then you can only like unslide it as much, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I have to learn a little bit more about tuning cars and that. Obviously, my car slides a lot, but it's also rear wheel drive, so you kind of just expect it to fucking do that anyways.
Also, that's a good thing that you mentioned that. The locals drive some interesting cars these days. So, um, if you look a car, if you see a car that you like, just borrow it. And if you want to get an idea of how it could potentially perform with upgrades, you can simply install a turbo and it should give you like a general idea of what the car can do. And if you like it with the turbo, then it could only get better when you slap in the engine and the other modifications.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Unfortunately, I do need to get going.
All good, all good. I think that was everything that I wanted to talk about.
Great meeting, gentlemen.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I'll go ahead and put this out here. Since we're gonna text it anyways. I know I'm at least I've had at least 2 years of experience in plundering. So if that's something you want me to stick to,
Were you a plunderer?
yeah.
Are you? I mean, you could stick to it. I don't see why you would change. I think we have a
before I
border.
took okay, so before I took a long break from the city, that's kind of what I was doing.
No, I don't think things would have changed. You should maintain the same level of knowledge that you had.
Okay, I didn't know who was what, but we can just text about that.
That should be
Yeah.
fine.
I'm happy to
Although,
stick with lockpick. You know?
then I
with
think
hustling.
okay, Tio seems to want to do hustling.
Better get a better
I don't know
car.
what the fuck I'm gonna be doing, but I could just fill. Although it's a little bit annoying because if I fill, I can only do the first door of banks, and if I hustle, I can only do so much, and if I plunder, that shouldn't really matter. So I can switch between lockpick and plundy on the spot. It doesn't really matter. As for Jay, you decide what you want to do. It's completely up to you.
I was torn between lockpicking and plundering, but it seems like those two bases are pretty much covered.
Doesn't matter. We could always need another one.
Yeah.
If for some
There's so
reason
many
London
of
is
us,
not
you know,
around,
there's only a couple, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
lists, and there's so many of us, so it's almost something's gonna have to double dip.
yeah. Also, not all people you can expect them to be around when someone is around. So it's totally fine to like duplicate a set of skills.
I'm also quite intrigued about the possibility of cooking
Of
Really
cooking.
down the line. Yeah. Take care, man.
Yep.
See you, man.
Possibility of cooking. If we would need a cook, I would need to see what to do about some things. But I will keep that in mind.
Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily an immediate thing, but when we get to it,
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to put myself forward. I like that
Yeah,
area
we'll
of
get.
the scene.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
They're going crazy over there.
I just saw that guy drop from the sky and fucking roll into the wall, but but yeah, we'll keep that in mind. And it was good. It's good meeting you, I guess.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure it'll be a pleasure doing business with you in the near future.
Oh yeah, for the next time I was thinking we could grab a heli. We could have two people do a store for whoever wants to drive. Frank, if you have to go, that's perfectly fine if you have to leave.
I got to run, but I was just going to help Jay set up the radio so that when I got there, be on the
Oh
radio.
shit.
But,
I'll help him with that door.
all right, and then just text me what frequency you choose to use, Jay, and I'll get in touch when I get back.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go take a nap, you guys. You guys have a great day.
Yeah,
See you later,
too.
Frank.
Chill.
Do you also have to leave?
Yeah,
Is-
like
Okay.
1
Dude.
1 minute.
1 minute. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's
Do your thing.
58.
Damn,
Yeah,
people are
alright,
busy
guys.
today.
I'll catch you
Do your
around.
thing. Do your thing.
See you later, bro.
Shit, I guess it's just me and you now.
Just the two of us.
Do you find weed spot? You and Frank?
Found what, sorry?
The weed spot.
I've honestly not dabbled in any crime at all so far. This is
Or you're like a clean slate.
completely clean slate right now.
I can show you. Since he's gonna show you radio later, I can just show you the weed spot and you can show it to him later.
Yeah, that works.
That way it's just like more efficient than having to explain things to him and to you.
That's fine.
That works.
Let's go. Do you know any food spots? Maybe close by?
Oh, you need food?
I do.
This is your car, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, I went for this just because it's got good storage.
Oh, I had this. If you can meet me at casino?
What's the area code for that?
Oh, fuck me. Bro. Yeah. 181. It's close to taxi spot.
See a taxi spot at 180?
Yep, it's like north of it.
Ah,
The
181, yeah.
routing.
I see it.
Yeah. Just right there, and I'll be there with you.
Cool. Oh, thank you, bro.
Oh shit. Also, before I leave, I feel like you should be
Yeah.
Should be on the radio just so you don't have to like call and message.
Okay.
You should have your radio in your pocket.
Yeah. I had it on my belt, but I can put it in my pocket.
Oh.
That's fine.
It's better to have it on the belt.
Okay.
But yeah, use it and like turn it on. Then once
Yep.
it's turned on, you should see like a frequency.
I do indeed.
Like channel.
Yep.
Then just input in there 175.
That's done. And then the volume's currently on 0. Do I need to...
The
That's set.
volume you can set it to however you want,
Okay.
or you can page it up or page it down, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's changeable, right?
Yes.
That's fine.
So you can change it on the spot. Okay. Are you on the radio now?
I've just confirmed it. Yeah.
Okay. Do you, you use your alternative muscle for radio? The left one.
You got it.
Yep, you're under it.
Cool, cool. Thank you, bro. Whew. Jesus, man, that's a lot to take in. It is unnerving. But this seems, at the moment, by far, the most effective way for Jay to get his name out there. Well, not his name out there, but start building some rep with some people, you know? The legal side of things, it's cool, but it seems maybe a little bit boring for Jay, honestly. As cool as like maybe a legal side hustle just to keep the cops off his back, but I'm kind of blown away actually. This guy, well, it seems like there's plenty of experience. There's some fresh blood to work out or try to work out stuff that's going on in the city, or with the crime stuff, and it seems like a good blend actually. Good blend on what he was saying about having to keep Frank in check. I feel like Jay, he's like a little bit not annoyed, but he's a bit like, ugh, God, okay. But he is happy to do it, man, because he has a lot of time for Frank. So he's happy to. He'd rather he was doing that role than potentially someone who has a bit less tolerance, you know. But no, yeah, man, that stuff. It's a lot to take in. Yeah, I'm still torn between plundering and lockpicking. I think I'd be more interested in lockpicking if. Actually, no, I take that back because he said I could get a car, and chances are we probably wouldn't want to be driving a registered car anyway. So, like, yeah, between plundering and lockpicking, I am happy to do either. Whichever they think is potentially more important to have cover on, or to be honest, probably more likely to do plundering, just so I can do more jobs and stuff with Frank. Because if Frank's going to be lockpicking, yeah, if Frank's lockpicking, then it's kind of happy days. Because we'll have a plunderer, lockpicker. That's sweet. Is this the casino? This is the racetrack.